What's up, everybody? Red and Bordy here. Today, we're going to go walk you through our first impressions of Bless Unleashed. Now, Bless Unleashed is now in beta phase on PC, but there are versions of the game on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I believe they have plans to come into the next-gen consoles as well. But particularly in this video, we're going to talk about our first impressions of the PC version. So, Bordy, one of the things that stood out most to us was the combat in Bless Unleashed.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I really enjoy the way the combat works in this game, actually. My first impressions and initial thought on the combat, I didn't really like it very much. It was a little bit clunky to me because the animation locking was quite a bit for me in the beginning. Once I played it for a little bit and I got used to it, I actually ended up enjoying it. It grew on me quite a bit, and then I had a lot of fun in it. So I think the combat system overall is pretty solid. I just think that maybe down the road they need to kind of work on the animation locking a little bit, but I did have a lot of fun in the game. But I also played a very slow character, the Berserker, so maybe the other classes aren't as bad.
That's one of the things I did notice. The combat is traditionally slow for an MMO. I thought, and again, where you're going to hear a lot about this during the video, I think it reminds me of like a slower paced Black Desert Online in a way. The combat's combo based, so you would traditionally, you'll have different keystrokes that you hit to cause your character to change combos mid, I guess, combo. And so basically, a lot of your progression of your character and the way you gain skills is based around the combo system. So, Bordy, another thing that we noticed that stood out is the progression system in the game. And again, a lot like Black Desert Online's.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely has some similarities to Black Desert Online in that you can pick up any gear in the game from the very beginning. You can use it, and then you just upgrade that gear as you go, which is pretty interesting. And the progression system is, I quite enjoy it. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Now, again, this is first impressions. I'm only about 4 hours into the game. I've been playing the beta on PC, and I've been having a lot of fun. But the progression system is something I haven't dove a lot into, but it is something that I like. I really enjoy that style of progression in a game.
Now, one of the things that I noticed, again, they have a scaling system, so it's like E, D, C, B, A. I'm not sure if there's an S. I never ran into an S, but those are the qualities of gear that you can have as you from the jump. Level 1, you can technically equip any of that gear. So if you have an ult or something like that, you could technically jump into the game's best gear right off the bat. So I thought that's very unique. I really do like that about the game, Bordy, because one of the things that I like about Black Desert, again, is the ability to not have to worry about what level you are when you're getting drops. So there's never that frustration of getting a drop and then having to wait 2 or 3 levels to actually equip it. You can technically, whether it is the worst piece of gear you're going to get or the best piece of gear you're going to get, you're still going to be able to equip it, which I think is really cool. And I do enjoy just off the, right off the bat, I did enjoy that part of the game. One of the other things, Bordy, that kind of stands out to me, and I think you agree, is how good this game looks on PC.
Yes, dude, it looks really, really good. I was pretty impressed with the graphics of the game. Whenever I first logged in, that first scene, whenever you go into the tutorial area and you look up at the moon, it's like some planet, the moon, whatever. It's like this, it looks really nice. The overall graphics are very pretty. And then once you get out of that little tutorial area into the more green, lush area, dude, it just looks really good. Very, very good looking game.
Yeah, and obviously, as we progress into like MMOs in the PC, they just keep getting better and better looking. I play the PS4 version, and it's just a massive jump in immersion and like overall gameplay, I think, when the graphics are this good. I could see definitely, we haven't experienced any of the in-game content or the rating, when you get to see these giant bosses and all these cool effects, but we did get to fight like a giant or big mobs that are like 10 times your character model, and just with the skill animations and that mobs attack patterns when he was like kind of swinging the club across the ground and like stirred up dirt and it would like knock you back like 10 feet. I thought that was really cool, man. And it does have a nice feel to the game. I think it's very unique. There's not a lot of MMOs that are doing what Bless is doing as far as combat goes and everything. But one thing we did notice, Sporty, that kind of stood out to both of us is kind of how the UI feels. I mean, basically just like they slapped the console version onto the PC version of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. That was my biggest complaint of the game. And as far as first impressions go, the UI is pretty awful. And I hope that it is a PC, it is a beta. What I am playing is the PC beta, but it's obviously a port from console in terms of the UI and the way the user interface works. Sometimes you'll go to click on the menu and you think you can click a particular area on the menu. Well, you can't. You have to use the arrow keys to move around on the menu, or vice versa. Sometimes you think you have to use the arrow keys, you have to click. It's just not very user friendly. So I really hope they get some work done in that area for sure.
Yeah, it was really like, it was really odd, man, because we and you were doing quests, we were doing the same quests, and it was, we both had the same problem. Like you have to go and like choose your reward, like you said, choose a reward, and like you just like you click on the reward and you think that would like choose it for you so you can exit out, but it really like just like kind of like fakes you into thinking you chose one, and then it won't let you in the quest. And so I mean, we both sat there for a good 5 minutes trying to figure out how to end this quest, and things like that are very obviously off-putting when you talk about functionality and immersion and just overall ease of use. But I would almost guarantee that through this beta phase of the game, they're going to fix things like that, Bordy. Things that like, you know, UI and how the game feels on mouse and keyboard versus controller.
Yeah, I would hope so. So real quick before we wrap this thing up, man, let me ask you this. So if there was somebody playing another MMO out there right now, would you recommend them try Bless if they're looking for a new MMO experience?
I mean, here's the thing. I think the MMO genre obviously is in a place where I'm willing to try anything once, you know. we're all looking for new MMOs to play, and I think that's like with the success of Ashes of Creation, their Kickstarters like obviously blowing up, and New Worlds on the horizon too. And I think a ton of people enjoyed the preview event and are just looking for something new to play and try. And to me, like one of the best feelings, Bordy, is getting in on the ground floor of an MMO at launch and having the opportunity to progress alongside everybody else and not feel behind. Because me and you, we've went back and played like Guild Wars 2 and ESO, and it just feels like, man, you're just so far behind. It's not even like worth your time to catch up as far as like information, you know, just as far as like the sheer level of information that's involved in playing the game or like competing against people in PvP. So I don't know, man. To me, yes, it's worth trying. I think the game's unique enough, and it's new. It's brand new. It'll launch on PC early 2021, and we can all kind of get in there and progress and learn together.
Yeah, absolutely. I share the same sentiment as you, man. I would definitely say that people should just get in there and try it because the game is going to be free. So just jump in there and try it. And the problem with Bless is that it's getting a lot of negative press right now because of the way Bless Online went. But I would say that you just have to push that bias aside and jump in here and try the game for yourself. I will say that it's not the best, most intriguing MMO I have ever jumped into from just first impressions, but I do think it's worth jumping in there and at least giving it a shot if you're hungry for a new MMO.
Yes, and you made a good point. This is not Bless, okay, guys? I know the game bombed initially on PC, on Steam, on release, and you know that they put in a lot of work. The two console versions of the game are well received, and I think a lot of people are having fun in them. I know I am on PlayStation 4, and the PC, it feels good on PC as well, combat wise. Now, again, we mentioned the UI stuff, but I think they'll get that ironed out as well. All right, man. Well, that does it for our first impression video on Bless Unleashed. Don't forget to hit that sub button, the notification bell for more videos like this. And Bordy, we'll see him in the next video.
Yes, sir.